When President Bush rejected the vision thing, he created a vision vacuum. And he thus provided a great opportunity for social scientists who have rushed in where the president feared to tread and have proliferated visions, models, and paradigms of the post-Cold War world. These include Frank Fukuyama's very imaginative concept of the end of history, a rather conflicting model of Back to the Future, which involves intensifying conflicts between nation states, and an image of the decline of the nation state by the conflicting poles of tribalism or fragmentation on the one hand, and globalism or interpenetration on the other. Each of these images, I think, catches aspects of the emerging reality, some more successfully than others. It is thus with some diffidence and hesitation that I add another picture to this gallery. Yet I am convinced that these other visions miss in some respects crucial and central aspects of what global politics will be like in the coming years. As Chris pointed out, the title of this lecture carries a question mark, which I take seriously, and I hope you will too. I offer not a prediction, but an hypothesis. The issue I wish to deal with is what will be the fundamental nature and source of conflict in this new world. My hypothesis is that it will not be primarily ideological or primarily economic. The great divisions among humankind and the dominating source of conflict will be cultural. Nation states will remain the most powerful actors in world affairs, but the principal conflicts of global politics will occur between nations and groups of different civilizations. The clash of civilizations will dominate global politics. And let me say before I go any further that I don't think I'm entirely alone or original in setting forth this proposition. Max Beloff, my colleague Kishore Mahbubani, Michael Lind, William Lind, Michael Vlahos have all set forth somewhat similar arguments in somewhat different words. They should not, however, be held responsible for my formulation of this argument. Well, what do we mean when we talk of a civilization? A civilization is a cultural entity. Villages, regions, ethnic groups, nationalities, religious groups all have distinct cultures at different levels of cultural heterogeneity. The culture of a village in southern Italy may be different from that of a village in northern Italy, but both will share in a common Italian culture which distinguishes them from German villages. European communities, in turn, will share cultural features which distinguish them from Arab or Chinese communities. Arabs, Chinese, and Westerners, however, are not part of any broader cultural entity. They constitute civilizations. And so I would define a civilization as the highest cultural grouping of people and the broadest level of cultural identity people have short of the human race. Now, civilizations obviously may involve a large number of people, as is the case of China, or a very small number of people, as is the case with the Anglophone Caribbean. A civilization may include several nation states, as is the case with European, Latin American, and Arab civilizations, or only one, as is the case with Japan. Civilizations obviously blend and overlap, and at least one civilization, the West, has two major variants, the European variant and the North American one. Civilizations are nonetheless meaningful entities, and while the lines between them are seldom sharp, they are real. Civilizations are also dynamic. They rise and fall, they merge and divide, and as any student knows, they also disappear. Civilization identity, I am arguing, will be increasingly important in the future, and the world will be shaped in large measure by the interactions among 8 or 9 major civilizations. And the most important conflicts of the future will occur along the cultural fault lines separating these civilizations from one another.